Hello, Henry from Belgium here. Today, a video about Lego set 6270, Forbidden Island from 1989. I had this set when I was a kid, and I remember playing with it for hours. I'm thrilled to have this set in my hands again after more than 35 years. It is complete with all parts, box, and manual. Here you see a photo of the original packaging. You can also see the blister, which is unfortunately not included here. It was already quite difficult to find the set in this condition at a good price. The box is an absolute added value, especially when it's a pirate theme. The artwork is always very nicely done with beautiful drawings and photos, so that you immediately get the pirate feeling. The pirate theme was launched in 1989 and became very popular. That year, you had the choice of 10 different sets. The two ships and El Dorado Fortress were undoubtedly the real highlights in that first series. But Forbidden Island is certainly just as interesting, and has also become a highly sought-after collector's item. The set only has 182 pieces, but there are many interesting ones. And it appeals to the imagination, and that is partly thanks to the minifigs. There is the well-known Captain Redbeard, 2 extra pirates, and an Imperial soldier, all with a beautiful print and headgear. What always strikes me about the pirate headgear is that there is a hole to attach a plume, but I don't really remember a set with plumes specifically for the pirates. There are also 3 animals in the set: a monkey, a parrot, and a shark. The manual is also finished in the same artwork as the box, and that also contributes to the experience. 16 colorful pages with clear drawings in a handy format. Here you can see everything on the table, and I noticed that the number of basic bricks is limited. There are mainly a lot of ready-made pieces, and it will be a matter of assembling the set, rather than having to build it. I usually find that a bit negative, but for some reason I don't mind it for this set. Perhaps this is primarily due to the wonderful memories I have of it, but I think it mainly has to do with the diversity and good coherence of the parts. Furthermore, the set also has some nice play features that I will show you later. One pirate has his own sloop, which is of course a fun play feature in itself. You can attach the well-known pirate flag at the back with an upside-down antenna. It's important to check whether the clips have not broken off and whether the white is not discolored. This copy looks good, and with these oars, it's important to check whether there aren't any stress marks. If not, then you have 2 nice ones like mine. And it's also good to know that there are 2 holes in the front. You can put the oars in there when the pirate is not sailing the sloop. In combination with the shark, it's already a mini set on its own, and you can come up with a lot of fun stories. There it is, the sloop with minifig, accessories, and the shark. I can also prepare the palm tree. It consists of a base with 5 connectors mounted on it. That way you can bend it in different directions. At the top, the well-known palm leaves. This is the larger variant, but in other sets, there are also trees with a slightly smaller size of leaves. To me, this old-school palm tree looks much cooler than the more recent palm trees, which you find in the 2015 Pirate series. But everyone has their own taste, of course. The base plate is a unique one, and specially designed for this set. I don't know how, but the one I have here is a bit bent. I will replace that in the future, or I can first try to straighten it out by putting some weights on it for a few weeks. It's a 32 by 32 plate with an island and center lagoon pattern. A nice detail is that there is a water feature in the very middle. This has been well considered, because the suspension bridge will hang over that part. There are some white dots marked, so you can easily know where to start building. The building experience is quite fun. Despite the many ready-made pieces, there are also enough smaller parts in the set. It's a bit of puzzling and searching, and I like that. So my first impression was not entirely correct. You have to spend some time building the set. And it also strikes me that not every step in the manual indicates in detail what exactly you need to add. So watch carefully so that you don't miss any steps. What really strikes me is that there is very little color in the construction itself, mainly black and gray. But that's good, it will give a nice and sleek result. And it's positive as well that there are no stickers in this set, but some panels with beautiful prints. The extra palm leaves are an absolute added value. And it immediately gives a southern atmosphere to the set. Even a bit of jungle flavor. There are 2 different shades of gray in the set, but that doesn't bother me. And the brown color also matches perfectly. So the color scheme is really successful. Here is also a nice flag, of which you should check the clips. Finally, I have to show you some fun play features. Of course, there is the treasure with gold coins, because that is indispensable in a pirate set. But there is also a hidden trap. When a minifigure is here and you pull this pin away, it will fall into the prison. And last but not least, there is also a cannon in this set. This allows you really to fire bullets. It has a spring mechanism, and the bullets are black 1x1 round bricks. This way you can shoot minifigs or targets. When I think about it, it seems a bit dangerous for young children. But I remember having hours of fun with just this part and some minifigs. I think the result is beautiful, and it brings back so many wonderful playing moments from the past. That may be partly why I cannot judge the set objectively. I cannot say anything negative about it. It also looks genuinely beautiful, and can serve as a display piece. Sleek black and gray colors, finished with green and brown accents. It all fits together well, and it is not a mishmash of colors and parts. It looks like this is a medium-sized set of over 300 pieces, but the set only has just 182 pieces, and that includes the minifigs and the weapons. I think that's impressive. In the past, I built sets with this amount of pieces, with a much smaller and less interesting result. If I had to mention a few points for improvement, it would be in terms of finishing. More specifically, I think that here between the suspension bridge and the stairs, an extra plate 1x2 could have been placed, and maybe another plate here too. And I also see 1x1 bricks with a hole in which nothing is attached. Lanterns or extra mini leaves would have been a nice addition. The treasure just standing here bothers me a bit too. You can of course hide it behind this wall, but with some extra bricks, a real mini cave or shelter could perhaps be provided. The designers must also have had these reservations, and of course you can only realize that with extra bricks and budget. But as I said, for a 182 pieces set, I think this is a really good result. There is a lot to see, beautiful play features, and of course the impressive watchtower, minifigs and animals. It really is a playset that as a child you can play with for hours. For all those reasons, this set will definitely get a nice place in my collection. And of course also for its historical value, and the beautiful memories I still have of it. Feel free to comment below this video. And don't forget to subscribe, it's free. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.